Welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. Today, we're diving into something that I think affects all of us, at least all of us who enjoy fast food.
Oh, yeah.
And that is McDonald's and their plans to integrate AI across their business.
This should be interesting.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I am recording this pretty close to lunchtime, so I might have a few cravings as we talk about this.
I feel you. I'm getting a little hungry myself just thinking about it.
Well, we'll try to stay focused here. The article we're looking at is titled McDonald's AI Integration, Efficiency, Security, and the Future of Fast Food. And it's let's just say it paints a pretty futuristic picture of how we'll be getting our burgers and fries in the not-too-distant future.
Right. You know what really stood out to me from the article is the sheer scale of what McDonald's is trying to do. I mean, we're talking over 43,000 restaurants worldwide that they want to bring AI into.
Right. Yeah, it's not just like one little experiment. It's like they're going all in on this technology. And the article talks about all these different areas where they're planning to implement AI, like in the kitchens.
Well, yeah, the kitchen stuff is pretty wild. Like, imagine every appliance connected to the internet, like your fryer, your grill, everything reporting back data in real time.
Yeah, and the article mentions they want to use this data for things like predicting when equipment might need maintenance, like before it breaks down.
So no more ice cream machine out of order signs.
Hopefully, right. That would be a huge win.
And think about how AI could help with inventory management too, like making sure they always have enough nuggets to satisfy the late night rush.
Oh, definitely. Because nobody wants to hear those dreaded words, sorry, we're out of chicken McNuggets.
Nobody, but it goes beyond just the back of the house. This article talks about how McDonald's is also looking at AI for things like drive-through ordering.
Oh, yeah, that's where it gets really interesting and maybe a little bit creepy for some people.
Yeah, well, just imagine rolling up to the speaker and instead of a human voice, you hear this perfectly polite AI taking your order.
And maybe even suggesting things based on your past orders, like, hey, I see you usually get a McCafe with your Big Mac on Tuesdays. Would you like one today?
Yeah, or like, based on your current location and the time of day, we recommend trying our new spicy sriracha chicken sandwich.
Okay, that's getting a little too smart for me. I'm not sure I'm ready for my fast food to know me that well.
Right. There are definitely some privacy concerns there, like, where does all that data go and how is it being used?
Yeah, the article does touch on that a bit. It says that McDonald's needs to be transparent about data collection and usage. But that's kind of vague.
Totally. It's like, okay, transparency, but what does that actually look like in practice?
Yeah, like, do they give you a 20-page privacy policy to read while you're trying to order a McFlurry?
And even if they did, who's actually reading all that stuff?
Exactly. But, putting aside the privacy stuff for a second, there are some potential benefits to all this AI stuff, like the article mentions faster service.
Oh, for sure. If the AI can take orders and process payments more efficiently, that could definitely speed things up.
And maybe fewer errors, too, like no more getting a double cheeseburger when you ordered a McChicken.
Right, because let's face it, sometimes those drive-through speakers can be a little tough to hear.
Yeah, especially late at night when you're maybe a little bit tired and you're just craving some fries.
But what about the human element, Will we miss interacting with actual people at McDonald's?
That's a good point. Like, is it going to feel impersonal to just be talking to machines all the time?
And what about the jobs? The article mentions the potential for AI to replace some of the workers in fast food restaurants.
Yeah, that's a big concern. Like, what happens to the people who are currently taking orders and cooking the food?
Hopefully, McDonald's will invest in retraining programs and help their employees transition to new roles.
Because it would be a shame if all this technology just led to massive job losses in the industry.
Definitely, that's not the future we want to see. But I do think it's important to remember that technology is constantly evolving.
Yeah, like this AI stuff might seem scary now, but maybe in a few years we'll all be used to it.
And who knows, maybe there will be even more benefits that we haven't even thought of yet.
Like maybe the AI will invent some crazy new McDonald's menu items that we can't even imagine.
Oh, now that's something I could get behind, an AI-powered McFlurry generator.
All right, so we've talked a lot about the potential upsides and downsides of McDonald's AI plans, but here's a question to think about. What happens if this trend continues? Like, what if AI becomes the norm? Not just in fast food, but in all sorts of industries.
That's a big one, yeah. I mean, it makes you wonder about the future of work in general.
Exactly. Like, will there even be jobs for humans in a world where robots can do everything faster and cheaper?
That's definitely something to ponder, and maybe we'll explore that in a future deep dive.
That sounds good. Until then, let's all go enjoy a Big Mac while we still can.
While a human is still making them, that is.